everybody, how you doing? This is Frank with Frankly Horse Racing, and we're going to look at the Grade 1 Haskell this Saturday, July 19th at, let's see, a mile and eighth. Let's bring it up. Here is the conditions for 3-year-olds. We've got $1 million purse. So, hey, if I could run, I would. I wouldn't make any money because I'm old and fat and do too much chemo. So, anyway, let's get into this one here. And start it off. Oh, wait, we didn't look at the pace projector. Let's look at the time form pace projector. It looks like we've got between the 8, the 6, the 7, the 1, and the 3 are all pretty close front end wise. And that could set it up for the closers. And the closers we have is Journalism and Burnham Square. No surprise to anybody in here. And Journalism running here, boy, they're going to have to run if he's ready in this one, especially with this much speed towards the front end to set him up. Keep an eye on Monmouth Park as the day goes by, because even though he's good enough to overcome, as we saw at Pimlico, the front end, there's days there where it can really take off and roll. I think there's enough speed in this one, though, to set it up for off the pace. Let's go ahead and start this with number 1, Bracket Buster, John Velasquez, and Oliver as the trainer. Last race was at Monmouth Park in the slop, ran very good, so good that won by open lengths. Got a 1:14 in the time for him, and got a 1:14 back here when ran against Gosger at Keeneland in the Lexington. So we've padded a couple numbers. Really has stepped up at 3 years old. So that's pretty nice. Is a 1:11 on the front end, so we'll be running towards the front end. I think there's enough pace. We'll see how it shakes out with the 1. Let's move on to number 2, Journalism. It's probably going to be everybody's single or most, unless they're trying to beat him. This one is, I think, dropping back to a mile and eighth is really going to, I think, help him a bit. I'm not so sure if the mile and quarter is a little long for him, but, he had a long, tough campaign. The only one to do all 3 Triple Crown races, so I can forgive him for getting beat by Sovereignty, who his last 2 races was a beast, right? So anyway, with this one here, he's got a 1:14. He's got the best closing number. He's got to run against all. Look at all the grade 1s he's got rolling in grade 2s. We all know, I don't have to say a whole lot, he's run against the best competition. Will Umberto keep him out of trouble? That's the question I have. I think there's enough speed to get him in the race. I definitely think he's the most talented horse in this race so far this year. Who knows what the rest of the year shows, but will Umberto get him in trouble? I don't know. We'll find out. So anyway, let's move on to Wild and Crazy Night. Ward and Castillo, they're pretty good combination. They don't have high jockey trainer numbers, but hey, I like them when I see them. But they're 20 points pretty much behind Journalism on the time form numbers on their best run. It's nice to see a horse that has run 2 local run, but man, we got to move on. That would be a shocker to me. Which happens, it's horse racing. Chip at a chair, right? You got a horse in the race, you've got a chance. Okay, number 4 is Burnham Square, the other closer in this race, who really has improved quite a bit, is pace dependent, and now is going to get some pace to run at. The biggest question is if there is enough pace, and him and Journalism are firing. Although the pace really isn't blazing pace, there's just enough of them going at each other. So when I say there's a lot of pace in this race, there's not blazing pace in this race, cornucopian or something like that. It's just, there's enough to set these 2 up. But can he run with Journalism? Can he outkick Journalism? Brian Hernandez Jr., hey man, that dude is just good on off the pace and feeling it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does outmove Journalism. Can he hold the beast off, though? That's the question. I don't know. Let's move on to number 5, National Law. National Law has Irad. Jose Duarte is the trainer. And here's another one that, although ran really, pretty good 2 back, the numbers are so far behind. And again, I have no problem with people, and they need to fill the races, taking a shot, because you never know. And you get one of the best jockeys in the world on his bag. But wow, I definitely would be ripping up every ticket I have with that one wins. Number 6 is Gosger, and surprisingly, Gosger has, I believe, the best number off the last race. Let's look at Journalism. He does. That's what I thought. And Gosger has really improved quite a bit. I've done pretty well with Gosger. even though journalism got him last time, I needed that for pretty much everything like most. I also had Gosger in the exactas and another pick 5, or pick 4, I don't remember, but that sure would have been nice if he held on. He's another one though. He's going to be up there with others. I think he's good enough to stalk though, then pounce. We just got to see how much he's improved since that last race. Pimlico's kind of like Keeneland to me. I think they get a little bit skewed higher numbers, but that's still a great number, and I think this is a horse that can continue out for the rest of the year and really do well. Let's move on to number 7. Kentucky Outlaw. Florent is riding this one. Is improving, is on the improve. I like the move, but at lower tracks, which is okay. Just the competition is what I mean lower. Not that those tracks aren't any good. But really, he's going to need to take a pretty big bump in numbers and is going to have to go up against Gosger on the front end and others. So I think this one's really behind the 8 ball in this race. Number 8 is goal-oriented. We all saw the journalism Gosger race. This one really, I don't know. We'll see how this one runs. Initially, I thought Pratt is the one that pulled over. I rewatched it. And I kind of blamed it on journalism. But there was enough there going on, and it was too early. I was kind of glad people were betting him a little bit because I thought it was too early, and that number he ran before was against Hypnus. Is a good horse and getting better, but not fast enough to compete with these. But I think Goal Oriented is going to take another step forward here. He's just going to have to run on front with Gosger and the other speed we talked about. We'll just have to see how the track's going, so keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on scratches. If 2 of the speed horses run out or scratch out and speed's holding that day, that's something to look at. But let's go back and go with our picks. This probably won't surprise you as I go down the list. Bracket Buster, at best, is a seahorse. I don't like him at all for the win-in. I think journalism absolutely is the horse to beat here if he gets enough horses going after each other on the front end. I just don't see how they hold him back unless he gets them birdoed. Right? We'll see. So I like the 2 as my key horse here. I'm probably I may single him, or I might try to get tricky and beat him. We'll see. Burnham Square is going to be coming. So you know what? You can't take anything away from Burnham Square. He's improved quite a bit. I mean, at the Keeneland race, the Bluegrass, I was really happy with Burnham Square, and it was close, right? In that race, but I was digging that he got up. I think he's got the right look. I think the race sets up. If he gets a good ride there, I think he should do just fine. National Law. Oops, I forgot to put him in there. But I got him as a B. No, I did. National Law is out. Gosger, absolutely, man. I'm going to put him in as a B horse. But there may be a ticket or two that Gosger, because he's improved 4 races in a row. He's got time off. He's working great. There's probably going to be a ticket or two that Frank Lee Horse Racing is probably going to use him on in horizontals. Kentucky Outlaw, maybe a 3rd, but I don't think so. I think that one's going to get worn into the ground. We'll see. And then Goal Oriented. Goal Oriented's numbers, I mean, I don't really want to put Goal Oriented in there. I think he's more of a seahorse, but he's also a 3-year-old that's on the improve, that's had time off. You've got Pratt and Baffert. If they run this race back here and he's improved, well, he's going to have a shot to be a B horse. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in there. So there's no surprise to anybody probably here, and most are picking. And I know I'm going to get comments or people going, well, you picked a favorite again. Well, again, if I like the favorite, I like the favorite. I'm trying to help you win money and then give you some that may beat them. And that's the way I look at it. I'm looking at the 2 journalism to win this baby. Especially if he gets the pace scenario, I think he's going to get in Burnham Square, Goal Oriented, and Gosger. Any of them could clean up the paces. I think most people are going to probably bet Burnham Square because of the pace and the closers. But, hey, I don't know what people are going to do, but that's kind of the way I see the race. But I'm going to go ahead and say that journalism is a key in this race for me. And if he's ready to go and he's the same horse, he's going to be pretty tough. This is Frank with Frankly Horse Racing. I hope you enjoyed my previews of the Monmouth Park races this weekend. I may or may not do some Saratoga ones because who knows if they're ever on the turf or not. But if I get a chance to, I will. But I hope this helped you. Please like and subscribe, as I always say. And if you got any comments, questions, hey, quit picking favorites, whatever it might be, that's okay. Go ahead and put them on there. But hey, in this race, journalism, it has to be the one for me. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. And God bless you.